And welcome everyone to another episode of Bangers and Match. My name is Simon Allen. I'm the Dalai Lama of soccer. Next to me, Alexi. To my left, FoodBall Harry. We're here in beautiful Pasadena at Boyles, talking about the two things that bring the world together, football and food. Today, we'll be talking about Champions League and Jose Mourinho. Shall we get to it, lads?
Wow.
What's happening here? Look at this.
Some chicken sliders for you.
Oh, nice. These are the sliders. Wow.
You got the pulled pork sandwich with
Whoa.
Can I get some ranch and anybody want some sauce?
Rudy, tell us about this food, the fish and chips.
We're known actually for the fish and chips.
Nice.
Pork, we smoke it ourselves in the house. One of our best things in the menu.
Fantastic.
Nice. Right. As you can see, he's enjoying it.
Yeah.
All right, now that the food's here, let's talk about what's been going on around the world, in the world of football. And the sort of the biggest news, the sort of the trending news, has been essentially about Jose Mourinho. All right, so Jose Mourinho this week, essentially after losing to Sevilla, and we'll talk about the Champions League in a moment, essentially came out and said Manchester United have lost in the past, and he's been acting a bit of like very arrogant about it. He's actually not saying sort of words that have been attributed to, let's say, managers in the past. When you lose, you say we lost, or we need to work on things, and all that stuff. So as a manager, you're going to project some unity, okay? This guy's not doing it, Alexi. Harry, he's not doing it. He's saying, well, you know what? It's not my fault we lost. We're going to go ahead. I'm okay. It's this team. And it's a team that he's actually bought. I mean, he bought in Pogba, right? He bought in Alexis Sanchez, and he's saying, well, we need more now, or they're not performing as well. He's not really putting any of the blame onto himself. He's not essentially putting out a unified front for the team.
I thought that was really arrogant of him.
Yeah,
we understand teams lose, but that's no team's mentality.
Yeah,
that it's okay to lose. I mean, I could not believe he said that.
Well, you don't know what formation he wanted to play, and you don't know what he told his players privately before the game. If you look at the track record of what Man City's bought in the last two seasons, which is about 60 players in, about 40 players out, and Manchester United have got about 30 players in, 30 players out. Man United don't have really that good a squad. They're lucky they're where they are in the league. They're lucky they got themselves into a position to get into the quarterfinals.
Sure, look, Jose's got to get a grip of his team and get control of everything, right?
Right.
Or else they're going down real fast, and they did. They're out of the Champions League to Sevilla. Right?
And who are like sixth in the...
Yeah, exactly. And where they ranked, and I don't see him doing anything exciting from this point on.
Well, that's why it's going to be Man U versus Tottenham in the semi-final, bro.
All I'm saying is, don't come out and say that it's okay to lose. That's it.
Well, how about this? I'm not even going... You can come out and say, well, it's okay to lose if I've got something to show for it or whatever, which he didn't do. He didn't say we lost, but we learned something.
Yeah.
What he did blatantly and subconsciously and subliminally and everywhere else, he said, I didn't lose. Manchester United lost, completely separating himself from the team. He just signed a new contract. He's going to be there for 4 years. Yeah. The question I have is literally, well, he could, but for 4 years he's on. He's on the books. Who's going to replace him, really?
Look, he's one of the best managers in the world on paper. Mourinho's done excellent. And if you're looking at the win percentage, Man City's close to 70% win percentage, and he's in the low 60s. Chelsea's win percentage is in the mid-60s. The guy is not a budge coach, but there's something wrong with Man U.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but I'm sorry. Yeah, there's something wrong with Man U, and here's the thing. Don't make it even more toxic by coming out and saying stuff like
100%.
that.
It makes no sense for a manager to come out and say, it wasn't me, and essentially put the onus on the players. If that's a good manager, then I don't know what a bad manager is.
How can you sack a great manager if you're Chelsea after the guys won the league?
It's been done before.
Something's wrong with the guy in terms of who knows
what it is. It goes to my original point where he is essentially doing it the wrong way.
And he lost to Sevilla, so look where Sevilla is right now. Yeah. They're in the next round, and
it's how you lose to Sevilla. Well, again, man, he rates his defense, right? But his defense sucked for those 2 goals that he conceded against Sevilla.
So Champions League.
Let's talk about Champions League because it is a great quarterfinal right now. We've got first match. Well, they're all great, but
they're all great.
We're talking about Barcelona versus Roma, and I think right now that's a really good 2 teams to sort of play each other. Barcelona essentially are playing Sevilla on the 31st in La Liga, and then after that they're playing a kind of a low-end team. I think pretty much in the bottom of the relegation zone in La Liga.
Look, Barcelona's undefeated in La Liga. They have not lost a single game. They've tied, I think, a couple, and they've won the rest. And they're a powerhouse, mate. They're very powerful. They're gonna be hard to beat. I'm sorry, I don't see Roma beating them.
Alexi, what about it?
I tend to agree with you. Roma third in their league, and they're too many points behind Juventus to be a credible challenge, to their league. Barcelona, I don't see them losing against Roma. But it'd be a good experience for Roma. You know, you need to get better, and these are the type of teams you need to play against to get better.
Listen, I actually like Pellegrini, the young 21-year-old from Roma. I think he does really good. He's done really well in Serie A. Actually had a really good Champions League. Also El Shaarawy, who scored a few goals. I don't think it's going to be that easy, but to be honest with you, we know that it's Barca, okay? So moving on, we're going to talk about Sevilla, the guys who actually went out and beat Manchester United, okay? Sevilla, you know, I like Sevilla. I like what Coach Montella's done with the team. I think what they've really done is essentially said, these are the group of guys we have. We know that we can't beat we can't be the top team in La Liga, but we sure as hell can give it a shot in Champions League. And we saw that against Manchester United.
Well, they've got a pretty good Europa League record.
Absolutely.
Look, you got Bayern Munich.
Right.
Bayern Munich haven't lost a game since November, I think, of last year.
Oh, yes, absolutely right. Yeah.
It was Borussia Mönchengladbach, and that
You mean Borussia Mönchengladbach?
Gladbach.
How many beers you had?
Non-alcoholic, homie. I'm just high off of this brew, but
you know, Harry, you're absolutely right. That is a key thing in Bundesliga. These guys haven't lost, and if that can translate against a team like Sevilla, you're absolutely right. Who do you think is the talisman player on Bayern Munich right now?
Robert Lewandowski by far. I mean, the guy's getting ready for his world. He is.
I'm not talking about
and look,
something else.
the rest of the team is amazing too. I mean, you got the young Coleman coming in, French national.
Right
you got James Rodriguez.
Why not?
You know, Vidal. I mean, come on, it goes on. Kimmich. I mean, I can go on and on.
But
that's the whole point. That's the whole point. Man United, Mourinho was saying that it's okay to lose. But who's got the worst Champions League record? Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich, who smashes the Bundesliga week in, week out. They've only won it twice in the past like 40 years. You know for sure that they're not going to do anything again this season.
Well, I don't know about that stat about twice only in 40 years.
Yeah, they have. They won it 3 in a row in the 70s, and they won it one more, and then they won it the other time.
So let me tell you this. I actually saw Lewandowski practice for Team Poland when I saw him play in Europe. And I got to tell you something, just as a personal note, that guy can actually, I mean, even in practice,
of course,
that guy, it was amazing to watch. There were guys, essentially, the people, fans, lining outside saying, is Lewandowski going to play this game? And I was like, yes. And they were like lining up to buy tickets just to watch him.
He's a star.
He's going to be the
Real Madrid.
I don't really care at this point whether anyone rates Bayern Munich or not, because I kind of rate them. But if this guy's on the pitch, I think they might go all the way.
I don't think Sevilla's the Cinderella team, and I think this is where it stops and it ends for them. But Bayern Munich, like Alexi was saying, is known to be losing in Champions League. And last year, I think they got ousted in the quarterfinals, and a few years before that in the semifinals. And if they drop the ball again, Sevilla can take advantage of it the same way they took advantage of Man U.
Sevilla is actually on a 2-game losing streak right now.
Yeah, I was
so if they go ahead and do that,
I doubt that. So Munich is a much better team than Man U.
Agreed, mate.
You know,
so
I don't see that anyone but Bayern.
And I'd love to see Bayern moving on and playing another powerhouse. I think it's going to be great.
With that said, come to the touchy subject of Juve versus Real Madrid.
Listen, lucky Tottenham didn't qualify for that one, because even though we beat Real Madrid in the group stage, I don't foresee us beating them. That being said, Juve, look, I should talk about Juve. Look, Juve played pretty good against Tottenham. You know, Simon said us about Higuain, how he is one of the greatest strikers in the world.
Yes,
you know, Real Madrid's defense, I don't think is all that compared to their attacking force. I think it could go either way. It's going to be a great game. What do you reckon?
Look, Real Madrid's picking up the pace a little bit. We saw a great game today in La Liga, even though it was Girona.
Yeah.
I mean, but look, even though it's Girona, but if you're a team...
It was touchy for a minute there. It looked like it was going to be 1-1.
Yeah, well, it was 1-1, right? Well,
was it 1-1?
It wasn't, I'm kidding. But listen, the whole point is this. If a team's on a downhill slide, like Man U, right, you would not see them thrashing another team like Real Madrid did. They're on pace. I think they're It's back in their blood. They're hot on trail. They're going to go out there, and they're feeling it. Look, it's March. It's almost April. It's towards the end of the Champions League. They're feeling like champions that they are.
Look, they've won the Champions League twice in a row. Are you kidding me?
So they're there. You know, they're getting there. And I think...
Listen, you guys are talking about past Champions Leagues and so on and so forth. That's great. Mm-hmm. But you're also, essentially, everyone sort of misses the point or the fact that arguably the best player in the world plays for Real Madrid. When he shows up, they really don't lose.
4 goals today.
Right? They don't lose.
4 goals today.
And on top of that, we've talked about this before, the unsung hero, the guy who should be getting all the accolades, really, Marcelo, who is the quintessential attacking defender.
Absolutely.
Who's a bit of a nutter as well.
Listen, whatever it takes. So the idea that Juve, yes, Higuain is an absolute legend. Yes, he's won La Liga, he's won Serie A. He was at the World Cup final. He is a talisman player. But let's be honest, if Cristiano Ronaldo shows up, the guy in the back of your jersey shows up and plays the best game, it should be a walk in the park for Juve. And I bet we're going to get a lot of emails on that one. Walk in the park
for Juve is the wrong thing to say. Walk in the park for Real, you mean?
I'm just killing
By the way,
Buffalo.
we are here at Boyles in Pasadena, which is the Crown City. It's fantastic.
Alan, tell us about some of the stories you used to have in this place.
Oh, I've got some stories about this place.
Here we go. That's another show, mate.
But if you're here in Crown City, beautiful Pasadena, you got to come to Boyles because this was my hangout for a long time. I went to college here. But let's talk about Manchester City. Let's talk about Liverpool, right? First off, I want to say this: is it a good thing that 2 English clubs are playing together, or would you want it?
It's a bit of a downer.
I think so too. I agree with you.
Bit of a downer.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping that Liverpool, Manchester City play another team and get rid of, but then I thought, well,
maybe Liverpool ain't going to qualify anyway.
Maybe Manchester City's going to qualify either.
I doubt that.
You never know. The only team that's beaten Manchester City in Premiership has been Liverpool.
That was an amazing game.
Absolutely, very juicy game, to say the least. I have a feeling that...
But didn't Tottenham beat them?
Who?
Tottenham beat them at home.
Who?
Man City.
I don't think so. Man City's only lost once this season.
Yeah, maybe it was last season.
Yeah.
I think Liverpool's going to come in, and it's going to be a great first leg, and they might even win 2-1. I don't know. They might. They might do that.
This is so tough to predict. we have to predict because it's like every time I sort of think about something, if one person has an off game, another player has an off game. If Karius has an off game, just like anything could happen in this game. Dare I say, I'm going to sound a bit weird when I say it, this might be the most interesting game of the bunch.
Tactically, yes, I agree with you. Other than the Juve Real Madrid game,
yes.
Tactically, I think this is where we're going to see Pep Guardiola shine over Mourinho and Klopp.
Really?
Absolutely. 100%. Absolutely. He's going to show everyone.
Well, hopefully he's going to show.
Yeah. But look, it's Pep. It's Pepe, man. Come on, he's going to do that, and he might not shut down Mo Salah. In Liverpool at Anfield, but he's going to show them how to close it out in Man City.
Well, look, let me jump in.
Sure.
Liverpool, what did we say about Liverpool the other day? Well, at least I did. They know how to play against defenders who like to stand on the halfway line and with half a mile of space between themselves and the goalie. Anyone could, they love playing teams like that. I don't know what the Watford manager was thinking. He got hammered 5-1. I don't think Pep Guardiola is going to play like that at all. He's going to play 700 at the back. He's going to try and shut out Liverpool, and he's going to take them to Man City, and he's going to stop them at Man City. That's basically what I predict.
Exactly.
You think that's going to happen?
I think it's going to be a good game in Liverpool.
It didn't happen in the seasons, and it's going to happen now.
It's a different game. It's a two-legged affair. Don't forget.
Right.
Which means that you can style your game to get a result.
Right.
You don't have to win at Liverpool. So it's not a must game for me to win at Liverpool.
Draw at Liverpool and then go.
I think he's not going to show all his cards in Liverpool in the first leg, but in the second leg he's going to shut him down.
All right, guys, we've had a really good meal here at Boyles in Pasadena.
I'm still eating.
Okay, I believe it. It's good. We can order the whole thing on this menu.
You can.
We can. By the way, pulled pork, brilliant. Simple question: De Bruyne or Salah? Who would you pick?
Ooh, it's like sweet potato fries or French fries. Look, Mo Salah is having an amazing year.
Okay,
amazing.
Before you, you're gonna have to give me the sweet potatoes and the French fries analogy before you say he's having an amazing year.
Which
one is which? Which one's sweet potato?
Some people hate sweet potato fries like me.
Liverpool.
Okay,
red.
Okay, you go ahead. All right, go ahead.
And De Bruyne for being so white.
That's racist, man.
That's racist.
For being blonde, okay.
Okay.
The funny thing is they like eating their French fries with mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Really? Okay. Well, I like it with ranch. But anyways.
Okay. So again, De Bruyne, Mo Salah,
great player. He's doing amazing this year. We'll not take that away from him.
Yeah.
But De Bruyne, mate. I mean, I'm not saying they're both world class, but I would take
you would take him over that?
Yes.
Okay, Alexi.
Look, they're first to play 2 different positions. I like Mo Salah. He's a gifted left footer.
Right.
How many gifted left footers are in the world? Maradona, John Barnes, quality players.
Yeah.
You know, and he's a
Simon
quality
Allen.
player.
Yeah.
He doesn't like when the defense is compact. He can't do it. He's not playing at his best. He doesn't really like it.
Mo Salah.
Yeah, and
you missed the game again on Saturday.
You know, I'm glad you brought it up because we spoke about the fact that he's playing Watford, and Watford, like to play right up on the halfway line. Bruyne, look, the guy is a crafty player.
Right.
Okay, he likes to set people up to score goals, and he's got an amazing shot.
Yeah.
Between the two, I've got to tell you, I'd go with Mo Salah. Because if you give him the right type of service, he can be very dangerous for you.
I'll actually agree with kind of both of you, but not really with you, Harry. I'll go with Mo Salah because, if you give him a quarter's worth of space, he's going to turn around and score a goal. Unless you're really getting rough with him. But
that's the whole Champions League quarterfinals.
Yeah, but let's be honest. During the World Cup, all eyes are going to be on Salah, right?
Yeah, but
I think I'm going to go with what the crowd says, but I'm also thinking if I had to choose between one or the other to fill up my roster, it would definitely.
Well, let's just say this: who are you gunning for? The 4 teams that are going to qualify: Juve, Real Madrid.
Real Madrid.
Real Madrid.
Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Then you got
Barcelona.
Yeah. I mean, that's just knowing history. You're going to do that, right?
Yeah.
Bayern Munich, knowing history, that. The only real question is Liverpool, Manchester City.
I think it comes down to the coaches straight out.
It's a Man City.
All right. So you guys,
over club.
If Manchester City lose and Liverpool win, I guess you guys owe me a couple of beers. And there's no better place.
I'll get you a 6-pack.
There's no better place to have beers than T. Boyles in Pasadena.
Absolutely.
That's where we're having.
We'll be back here.
So guys,
1.5 pints, mate. I'm driving home tonight.
All right.
I'm having
He's having non-alcoholic. Well done,
I'm
guys.
the DD right here.
All right.
Cheers.